Hi everybody, here is Jens from Tabletop Generals, and today we are back in North Africa. Situation report for today's game. It is the 1st or 2nd April 1941, and the Germans are pursuing the British after they retreat from El Agela towards, how is this pronunciated? Ajdabiya or Ajdabiya, some sort of that. And I have no clear sources about what's happening there. I only have one source, and it is this one. Der Wüstenkrieg in Afrika von Janusz Pikalkiewicz. It's a very old book. I have this book around since I'm 10 years old, and I often use this book. And here is written the event, and it ended with nearly 30 destroyed British tanks. No German losses are accounted there, but there will be some. So that's my source for this battle, which I'm playing. I have a short disclaimer right now. What I do on this channel is placed around an event. So let's say I do the battle for France, 1940. Then I will not use tigers, but maybe I will use the wrong tanks or the wrong unit. Because I don't know better. There are so many sources and references out there. I think nobody could ever read everything what is written about World War II. So I make mistakes, but I try to do my best to give you a nice story with a little bit of a background and to make it as right as possible. So that's that. So let's get over to the board. The board is very open, as you can see. We are somewhere between El Agela and Ajdabiya, and the Brits are fighting some sort of delaying action with their tanks, and the German and Italian forces try to catch and destroy them, so preventing them from retreating towards the Great Syrte and to the Cyrenaica. That's it. So we have these hills. These hills provide cover as they cover the vehicle. So if you're on top, you have no cover. If you are behind, hull down, you have cover. If you can't be seen anyway, so then you can't be shot at. These outcrops provide cover as they conceal your vehicle, but vehicles can't move through them. And the rest is very wide open. Here are the Brits for today's game. As you can see, it's an all-out tank force with 9 A-10 cruiser tanks. They are mostly Mark II or Mark IIA, and so it's some sort of 4 tank platoons from bolt action, and each platoon has 1 Matilda on top. But I divided it the other way around, so I have 3 platoons of A10s. Here is Adam, here is Kevin, and here is Dennis as some sort of platoon leader, and over here is a Matilda platoon. Yeah, it's roughly 1600 points, and it's 12 order dice. Half of this force will come in first wave, and the rest will be, in reserve. And here is the German-Italian force for this game, more or less similar to the British and all-out tank force. We have one M1340 tank platoon for the Italians. We have a second platoon, and then we have 222, 2 SD-Kfz 231s, 3 Panzer 3s, and Panzerjäger 1. For the German Patriots, we put Cristiano will lead this tank platoon, and then over here in this tank, Sven Niederstrasser will take his command again, and Jens Kiesewetter will command this little Panzerjäger 1. So, yeah, that's that for the Germans. For the Axis, the Italians will be in reserve, and the German vehicles will be the vanguard. The Brits will have 6 A10 in first wave, and the battle will be meeting engagement, so more or less kill point. Yeah, start of round number 1 for this meeting engagement, and the first dice will go to the Germans. Brought in this 222 armored car as reconnaissance spearhead, so he's looking around for some British tanks. Next dice goes to the Italians. The Italians have to be in reserve, so down outside the table, and next dice is for the Germans. And the next armored car has arrived and is in position near that hill, and the Brits have the next dice. The Brits will put down one of their Matildas first. Italians, the next Italian tank will go down. Another Matilda goes down, and the Germans have the next dice. Here is the next armored car. I should mention that these hills are wheeled vehicles. Have their advance move if they want to climb up the hills, and for tracked vehicles there is no run possible. They only can advance over one of these hills because of the ground. It's too rocky or too soft or a mixture of. And the next dice is for the Germans again. Brought in a Panzer 3 over here. Next dice is for the Italians. And the British have the next one, so the third Matilda will go down. Italians. And more British. So the platoon from Adam So Adam will go down. And the Germans have the next dice. So Sven and his Panzer III arrived. And the next dice is for the Italians. And then we have one for the Brits. So one of the A-10s from Adam's platoon goes down. And the last British tank from that platoon will go down. And then the Brits have to bring something on the table. Brought in an A-10 over here. The next is for the British again. Brought in an A-10 over there, and he can see this Panzer III. And we have movement, long range, and only the turret is visible, so needing double sixes. No, it's a 5. No hit this time. The next dice is for the Brits. There in the middle, Kevin came on with an advance, and the next dice goes to the Germans. Brought in Jens Kiesewetter over here with his Panzerjäger 1, Krauthausen, and he will shoot at the A-10 over there. It's just movement, it's not long range, only needing a 4. There's a hit, and it's a medium AT gun, so should be, +5, so it's a 9, and the A-10 is a light tank, so it's a penetrating hit, and we got the first destroyed British tank. Boom! Here is the destroyed tank, just blown up by a medium AT gun, and the next dice is for the British. Here is the A-10, and through the smoke and across the countryside, you just can see the armored car there in front with no cover, so he's in the open, and we have movement and long range needing a 5. No hit. Maybe the gunner was not ready in time, and the next dice goes to the Brits. The next A-10 came in, and just behind his burning comrade, and he can see past the vehicle the German Panzerjäger 1. So the Panzerjäger 1 is in the open, so we have movement and long range. Maybe this time the gunner is a little bit more lucky. It's a 5, it's a hit. Nice. And we have +3 against a 7. So needing a 5. That's enough. It's a penetrating hit. Jens and his Panzerjäger are hit with a penetrating shot. Can we blow up the Panzerjäger? Yes, the Panzerjäger 1 is destroyed. Boom! Jens and his crew bailed out and get to the rear. A little bit bruised and wounded, but still alive. And the next dice goes to the Germans. The Panzer III came in just past this burning wreckage, and he can see the A-10 over there, who has just fired in the open. We have movement and long range needing a 5 to hit. No hit this time. And the next dice is for the Brits. That should be Dennis. And then we have one dice for the Italians left, which is Cristiano. Cristiano is still in reserve, and Dennis will come on the board. Dennis came in over here, and that was it for round number 1. We have 1 kill point for the Brits and 1 for the Axis forces. Still a lot of units off the board, and then we head over to round number 2. So let's see who gets the first dice in round number 2. The first dice goes to the Brits. This A10, he was shot at by the Panzer III over there, so now he will shoot back. Panzer III is in the open, just stopped there to release his shot. Now we only have long range, a 3, no hit, so the gunner is not quite up to his task. For the Panzer III, and the next dice is for the Italians. So one of the Italian tanks has to come on the board. We first take just a normal dude. So a M1340. He's regular, so he's coming on an 8. There it is. Here the tank arrived, moved up, stopped, and there is his target. The A10 is in the open. We only have movement and long range, needing a 5. No hit. Next dice is for the Germans. Over here, Panzergranate laden, A10 in Reichweite, Feuer frei. It's only long range. No hit. Oh, damn it. Oh, next dice goes to the Brits. We'll try to bring in an additional A10. It works. A10 came over there near that hill, and he tries to get the 222, and he's in the open. So the N10 takes aim and shoots on a 5. There is a hit, and we have long range, makes 3 from the AT, 3 and a 1 is nothing, only a pin for that 222. He's lucky, bounces off. Well, next dice goes to the Germans. Yeah, then, Sven, with his Panzer III, will drive up to be hull down, and then he will shoot at the A10 over there. And there we have movement and long range. Yeah, should be long range on a 5 up. No. And next dice is for the Italians. So can we bring on the next M1340? Oops, yes. The next Italian tank comes on. Here is the tank. Over there is the target, and we have movement and long range as the A10 is in the open. A 3, no hit. And the next one is for the Germans. We will shoot back with him. Just a fire order. Yeah, he's fine. Pin removed. And we have long range, hitting on 4s. 2 hits, that's good. But long range is +1. So we can't do anything, so we have the HE. That is 1 pin, but there is a pin on a British tank. It's always handy if your opponent has a pin marker. And the next Italian. Oh, well, then we bring on the next M1340. Yeah, he's fine. Here's the next one, and he will shoot at the A10 over there. No hit. Next dice is for the Germans. Yeah. Then we take this Panzer III, and he will just fire. And it's long range and soft cover against that A10 over there. No hit. And the next dice is for the Germans again. Here's the 8-rod, and he will shoot at the A10 over there. Long range and moved, needing 5s. 2 hits. So it's an 8. Side is a 7, so needing 6s to make superficial damage. No. Just a pin. And next dice is for the Brits. And the Brits will bring in another A10. Yes, he's fine. Here is the A10 from reserve, and he will shoot at the 8-rod. And we just have movement. No hit. Damn it. Probably he has not seen him through all that smoke and dust and stuff. And the next dice is for the Brits. Then let's bring in Adam. Yes, Adam is fine, he comes in. Over there is Adam. He came in and he tries to shoot at the Italian tank. And we have movement, long range, and soft cover, meaning a 6. No. More Brits. So try to bring in one of the Matildas. Yes. There, one of the mighty Matildas moved on, slowly droving forward through the desert, and he will shoot at one of these Italian tanks. I think we take this one. We have movement and long range. It's a 6, a hit. Yeah, it's a light tank, so we have armor 8, and the light AT goes down to a 3, so needing 5 for superficial. No, just a pin. For the Italian tank, bounced it. Nice. And the next one for the Brits, so try to bring in the next Matilda. Yes. Over there, the next Matilda came in, and he will shoot at the same Italian tank, needing a 5. No, just missed it. And the next dice is for the Italians. So try to bring in one of the normal A10. Yes, not A10, M13 41. 40. Oh, come on, all these numbers. Here is the tank. Over there is the target who just missed the 8-rod. So we have movement and long range, needing a 5. Yes, there is a hit. So it's a light AT gun, needing a 5 for superficial, 6 for penetrating hit. No, just a pin. Oh, got these light AT guns on the light tanks. Have a lot of bouncing potential. But that's quite good, which makes tank battles some sort of interesting. The next one is for the Brits. So let's try to bring in the last Matilda. Oh no, he stays out. The next dice is for the Brits again. Well, then take the A10 over there, and he will shoot at this Italian tank. Only with long range. Yeah, long range. And even if it's soft cover, it will be hit. So that's good. Long range is a 3, so needing a 5 for superficial. It's a 6, it's a penetrating hit. Wow! And what happens to the Italian tank? Oh, he's just crew stunned. So he goes down, takes 2 pin markers. Oh. And the next dice is for the Italians. So try to bring in not Cristiano, the other more or less platoon leader. No, he stays out. And the next dice is for the Brits. Over here, Dennis will drive up the hill, some sort of, and be hull down. And from his position, he tries to hit the Italian tank, which already has 2 pin markers. So, what do we need? We have long range and moved. No. No hit this time for Dennis and his crew. And the next dice is for the Brits again. So then Kevin will drive up. Yeah, here is Kevin, and he will also shoot at the Italian tank to put more pins on him. It's a hit. And 3 and 4 is 7. Just another pin marker. And the next one, so the shell was bounced. And we have 1 dice for the Brits. So we have that tank left over there, and he will shoot. Yeah, he's fine. Loses the pin, and then we have long range for the armored car. Yes, for the 8 rod. Long range. It's a hit. And ooh, that's enough. And can he destroy? Yes. 8 rod destroyed. Boom. Next German vehicle done. And then we have 1 dice for the German and 1 for the Italians left. Italians is Cristiano. Can Cristiano come in? No, Cristiano stays out. And then we only have this 8 rod left. So with the 8 rod, he will aim from here and he will shoot at Kevin. We are short, and Kevin is hull down, so he gets hard cover and makes 5s. No hit. So that's it for round number 2. We have 2 destroyed German vehicles, 1 destroyed British one, and some tanks still outside the board. Now we start with round number 3. First dice, round number 3 goes to the Germans. Then over here the Panzer III will open fire at the A10 over there. Just long range, only needing a 4, continuing this tank duel. There's the hit. So we just hit the tank. Now we're needing 5 or 6 for some damage. There's a 5. So superficial damage. Oh, what can happen to the British tank? He's in. No, it's a 1. So he's down, gets 2 pins, and is out for this round. Nice shooting. Oh, 2 pins and down. So next dice goes to the Germans again. Okay, well, then let's continue with firing with Sven. Sven will shoot at the A10 over there, who already has 1 pin marker. A hit. Wow. Now they are on fire, these dice. No, just a pin. But 2 pins is better than 1 pin. And the next dice goes to the Brits. Now with that dice, Kevin will shoot at the Italian tank over here. And he misses. And the Brits have the next one. Dennis over there will fire at this Italian tank. And it's long range. Yeah, that's it. Long range. No hit. There must be so many dust in the air. And the next dice is for the Italians. Here the Italian tank moved up and he's just within short range, so we only have movement. It's a 4 up. It's a hit. Nice done. And now we have 4 plus 5 will be a penetrating hit. Oh, it's just a 2. So it's just another pin for this British tank. And the next dice goes to the Italians. We'll bring in the non-Cristiano. Yeah, he's fine. Here is the platoon leader from this first or second, however you want to see it, Italian tank platoon, and he will shoot at the A10 over there. And we have movement and long range, needing a 5. No. And the next dice goes to the Italians again. Well, then we take this tank and he will drive up, and just realized that I forgot to roll for turret jam. First for this tank, and no, he's okay. And over there for the A10. And here's a jammed turret. I think the rest only got normal hits and no result on the chart. So that should work. He moved up. He's within close range. So just movement. Needing a 4 to hit the A10 over there. It's a hit. 4 plus 5 will be penetrating. It's superficial damage. Superficial damage, and what do we get? Is immobilized. Immobilized and 2 additional pin markers, and he went down. That's a very good result. Oh, and then turret jam? No. There he is, a lot of pins and destroyed tracks. And the next dice is for the British. So let's try to bring in the last Matilda. And yes, just came in over there, and he will shoot at this Italian tank. And we have movement and long range. It's a hit. Yeah, it's a 5 for superficial and a 6 for penetrating. A penetrating hit on this range. Awesome. And what happens? Destroyed. Next Italian tank in flames. Yeah, short work with the Italian armor. And the next one is for the Brits again. So we take the next Matilda, and he will shoot at this Italian tank. Yeah, it is long range, so needing 4 up. No, not this time. And the next dice goes to the Italians. So let's try to bring in Cristiano. Cristiano is fine. Cristiano came in over here, and he will shoot at the A10 over there, needing 5. No. Now everything is on the board. We'll see who gets the next dice. The next dice is for the Brits. The A10 over there will fire at the German Panzer III. And we have movement, we have long range and hard cover, needing a 6. It's a hit. These tankers are on fire. Needing a 5. No, just a pin. German tank get lucky to bounce the shell. And the Germans have the next dice. Yeah, he will make an advance if he passes his order. Yeah, he's fine. Just loses the pin. Oh, here's the Panzer III. There's the target. Let's find out if we can hit the A10. Yes, he can hit. So we are at short. So 4 plus 5 will be a penetrating hit. It's a penetrating hit. And what happens? It's destroyed A10. Nice job. And the next tank is in flames. Yeah, there's a burning tank. And the next dice goes to the Brits. Yeah, then A10 over there will shoot at the Italian tank over here. And then we have long range and soft cover. No, close, but not close enough. And the next dice goes to the Germans. Yeah, well, we have the 8 rod and the 222 left. Just move up with the 222, and the A10 is in close range, so needing 4s to hit. Here's one hit. Needing 6 for superficial. No, just a pin. Yeah. And the next dice is for the Brits. So Adam will shoot at the Italian tank with long range and soft cover. a hit. Can he harm the Italian tank? No. It's just a 6. So another pin marker for this Italian tank. And the Italians have the next dice. I think the only Italian tank is he, so he will do a rally. He's fine. How many pins do he lose? All of them. So he has 4 pins, and he loses 3 plus 1 for passing his test. So he's ready for combat. And then, 2 dice are left. The Brits have the dice for the Matilda, and the Matilda will shoot at this Italian tank with long range. No. Close. And the Germans have the 8-rod left. Oh, here's the 8-rod. He went from here over there, and he will shoot at the nearly pinned down tank. We are in short range, so just movement, meeting force. 1 hit. And yeah, it's a side, so +2, +3. 3 against an 8. So needing a 6 for penetrating hit. It's a 4, so it's just another pin. Yeah, and that was it for round number 3. Round number 4 is the next one, and we have 3 destroyed vehicles for the Brits and 2 for the Axis forces. Yeah, a lot of burning wrecks all over the place. Panzerjäger 1 destroyed, 2 A-10s destroyed, and the 8-rod. But we are closing in, and the Brits have a lot of pins. We'll see who gets the first dice, and the first dice is for the Brits. As Kevin from his position cannot see the 8-rod, so he can't elevate his gun down enough to shoot at him. Dennis will start, and he will shoot at the Italian tank over there. We are still in long range, so just needing a 4 to hit. No. Lucky Italians. And the next dice is for the Germans. So Sven from his position will shoot at Kevin. And it's only soft cover, so needing a 4 up. No. So no hit on Kevin, and the next dice goes to the Brits. So Kevin tries to shoot back at Sven. More or less the same, soft cover, hit, and no, just a pin. Bounced it. Next dice is for the Brits. Oh, here the Matilda moved up, and he will shoot at the Italian tank. And we have movement. It's a hit. 4 plus whatever. A 3 is a 7. So it's only a pin. Another shell bounced. And the Brits have the next one. And over there the next Matilda has moved up, and he also will shoot at this tank. Just adding some more pins. No, not with such shooting. The next dice is for the Italians. Well, what can they do? I have 1 tank over there, and some tanks over here. I think this tank will move up. Here the Italian tank moved up, and he will shoot at the A10 over there with a lot of pins on it, but he misses. And the next dice is for the Brits. Well, we take the next Matilda, and he will shoot at the Italian tank, and he also misses. I think there is something on the gun side that they can't manage to hit something right now. And the Germans have the next dice. Over there the Ajdabiya moved up, and he is within point blank. So movement and point blank cancel out, hitting on 3 up. 2 hits. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 against an 8, needing 6s. 6s? Yeah, 6s for penetrating hit. There is a penetrating hit and a pin. What does the penetrating hit do? He destroys outright. So, punch the hole, 20mm hole into the turret, and destroys a tank. So over there, another destroyed British tank, and the Germans have the next dice. Well, that was quite good. I think the next one will be the 2-2-2. 2-2-2 moved over here with an advance and tries to do the same as the Ajdabiya, but he has not the bonus of point blank, so we have movement needing force. 2 hits, and yeah, what's here? We have 2, 3, needing 6s for penetrating hits. No, just a pin. But that should make it very hard to remove all the pins with one rally. Now he has 7 pins. Okay, and the next dice goes to the Brits. I think we have to rally him before he gets even more pins. Rally. A 10. He doesn't make it. Okay. He also can't back up because he is immobilized. Interesting. And the next dice is for the Brits. Well, then Adam over there will shoot at the Italian tank. No. And the Italians have the next one. The second Italian platoon leader made a run order, and the Germans have the next one. Over here, the Panzer III will shoot at the A10 over there. Wait. Hey, he shoots, just firing. And it's only long range, just needing 4. No. And the next dice is for the Italians. What do we have left? Next up is Cristiano. Cristiano did an advance over here, and the next dice is for the Brits. So we have a 1 tank over there, and he will shoot at the Italian tank with movement. No movement. It's long range and soft cover. No. Something is wrong with these dice right now. And the Italians have the next one. Over here the Italian tank moved up and he will shoot at none of our Patriots, the tank in the middle. No hit. I think they are fighting in rough conditions if they shoot so poorly. And the Germans have the next dice. They only have one vehicle left, so we take the Panzer III over here. So over here the Panzer III moved up and he will try to get a shell into the Matilda on the closest Matilda he has in sight. We only have movement, needing a 4. No. And the next dice is for the Italians, which is this fellow, and he will just shoot, just firing. First he has to pass an order test. He's fine, losing the pin. And then he will shoot at the A10 over there, just needing a 3 up, a 6, a hit, and yeah, a 4 plus 5 is a penetrating hit, and tank destroyed. So next kill on the British side, and we have 1 dice left for the tank over there, and he tries to pass an order. No, he went down and moves a little bit to the rear. Yeah, after round number 4 we have 4 destroyed British tanks, 2 destroyed German vehicles and 1 destroyed Italian tank, which means we still have a draw. Now we head over to round number 5. So first dice in round number 5 goes to, let's grab a dice very deep in the bag, and it's an Italian dice. Yeah, the other tank platoon commander moves up and he will shoot at the closest Matilda, tries to get a side shot. We have just moved, so hitting a 4. No. No chance. And the next dice is for the Brits. Well. And we will respond with this Matilda. We try to knock out the armored car here with a fire order. He might disengage, so I would probably do, and the tank can't hurt me right now, so I just think we are shooting at that tank on a 3 up. Yes, that's probably a better choice. 3 up, a hit, 4 plus whatever, 4 is an 8, so we have equal. And what happens? Oh, he's immobilized. Gets 2 pin markers, went down and can't move anymore. And does the turret jam? Does the turret jam? Yes. So he stays in this position. And yeah, can't react to shooting, with shooting to another direction. And the next dice is for the Germans. So the 8 rod moved up and he will get 2 side shots into this tank, needing 3s to hit. 2 hits, needing 5 for superficial damage and 6 for penetrating hits. There is a superficial damage, and what happens? He's just crew stunned, and down and 2 pin markers. So next dice goes to the Germans. Then Sven will try his best and will shoot at Kevin. Kevin Green over there. First Sven has to pass an order test. No. He backs up a bit and he went down. So, and the next dice is for the Brits. Then we will move back a little bit and turn the turret. And then he shoots at the 8-rod. We have movement, so hitting the 8-rod on a 4-up. It's a hit. We have 4 plus a 4 is an 8, so it's a penetrating hit. Plus 1 for the side, it's a 9, so it's only 1 dice. And he blows him to pieces. 8-rod destroyed, and kill for Kevin. Good job. Yeah, over there is the destroyed 8-rod. And the next dice is for the Brits again. So we take Adam over there, and he will shoot at the Italian tank, having long range. No. Next dice is for the Italians. Here the Italian tank moved up and he will shoot at the middle one of these Matildas, needing 4-up. Yes, it's a hit. And we have 4 plus 1 for side, makes it 5. 5 against a 9 is a 5. No. So it's just a pin. But we hit him, and the next dice is for the Germans. So what's next? Next is this German tank. He will move up right over there. And then we will shoot at one of the Matildas. I think we take that one with already 1 pin. Then we have movement, so needing a 4-up. No, a 3 does not make it. So next dice goes to the Italians. So, well, then this tank will fire at the A10 in the middle between Kevin and, no, not Kevin, between Adam and Dennis. Yeah, it's a hit. We are at short range. So we have 4 plus. 4 is an 8. It's a glancing hit. And it's a 1. So 2 pins. The tank goes down. Oh, turret jam? No. Turret will work. Oh. And down he goes. 2 pins. And the next dice is for the Brits. Then Dennis will shoot from his elevated position. And he tries to get rid of this Italian tank, needing a 3. It's a hit. 4 plus. 5 is a 9, so that's a penetrating hit, and 4. Boom! Next Italian tank destroyed. Blown up M1340, and the next dice is for the Germans. Took the 222, and he will shoot at Kevin. We have movement, that's all. Movement needing force. 1 hit at a tank from Kevin, and we have 3 against an 8. So needing 5 for superficial and 6 for penetrating hit. It's a 5, so superficial. And what happens? A 4, so it's a 1. So Kevin is down and gets 2 pin markers. But Kevin already has his dice. So no harm done there. How about the turret? No, he's fine. Next dice is for the Germans. So we only have this Panzer III left. From here the Panzer III will just fire. Long range needing force. No hit this time. And the next dice is for the Italians. The Italians only have Cristiano left, and he will move up and will shoot at the Matilda, which already has 1 pin marker. So there we have movement. No. And then we have 2 Matildas left. For 1 we need a test to fire. He will fire at one of the Italians over there. He's fine. So loses the pin marker. And will shoot at that Italian tank. Which is a 3 up. Yep, a hit. And 4 plus 1. Only a pin. And the next British tank will... he will shoot at this Italian tank. Just to get him more pin markers. A hit. And no, just a pin. Start of round number 6. And the first dice goes to the Italians. Over there the platoon leader moved up and he's in point blank of a Matilda and he needs 3 up to hit. It's a 5, it's a hit. And we have 4 plus 1 is a 5. 5 against a 9 is a 4 for superficial damage. A 2, nothing but a pin. Next dice is for the Germans. Moved up with the 222 to shoot at the Matilda in the middle of this platoon, needing 3s to hit. 2 hits. We have plus 2, it's a 4, 4 against a 9, so needing 5s. No, just a pin. Next dice is for the Germans. Took the dice for this Panzer III and he will shoot at the last Matilda, which has no pin marker yet, needing a 3 up to hit. It's a hit. Now we have 4 plus, it's a 5 against a 9, so it's a 5-2, no, it's nothing, it's just a pin. The next dice is for the Germans. So, think he will shoot just with a fire order, needing a 4 up for the A10 over there. A hit. Now we have 3 plus. Yeah, 3 plus. No, it's an 8 minus 3 is a 5 up. No, just a pin. Another pin for that British tank over there. No, he's now at 5 pins. And the next dice goes to the Italians. I think we take this tank and we will just fire. So he's fine, loses his pin. And then we will shoot at the Matilda in the middle. Yeah, the Matilda in the middle. Just needing 3 up. Yep, a hit. So, and then we need, come on, 4 plus 1 is a 5. 5 against a 9 is a 5 up for something. No, just a pin. These light AT guns are not very effective. And the Brits have the next dice. So, Dennis will move up a bit. And then he will shoot at this Panzer III. Advance here. Now we have movement. And it could be, well, let's see. No, 2 doesn't work anyway. So that's that. And the next dice is for the Brits again. So there is Adam. And here's the target. Movement, needing a 4 up. It's a hit. And 8 minus 4 is a 4. No, just a pin. On the Panzer III. And the next dice is for the Brits again. So I think Kevin tries to get rid of one of his pin markers and will shoot at the 222. 6, yeah, he's fine. Loses 1 pin and will shoot at the 222. Yeah, from here is everything fine. 1. So makes it a 4 up to hit. No. No hit. For Kevin and his crew. And next dice is for the Germans. So Sven has to make his move. And he will do an advance if he can. Yeah, he's fine. Sven moved up and he will shoot at that Matilda. And we only have movement needing a 4 up. It's a hit. And we are not at long range, so needing 4 plus 6 would be great. No, just a pin on that Matilda. And the next dice is for the Brits. So, the A10 over there will move if he passes his test. No, it's a 9, so he will go down. And I think he can't see anything in front of him. So just went down. And then the next dice is for the Brits. So this Matilda will fire if he passes his test. He fails. Okay, that's not good. So he will go back a bit and will go down. Next dice will go to the Brits. And we try the next Matilda. He also should fire. He's fine. He loses a pin. And then he will fire at this M1340. Just needing 4 up. It's a hit. And no, just a pin. Bounced it. Next dice is for the British. Well, the next Matilda will shoot at this tank. No, first we make a fire order, a test for it. Can we pass a test? Yes. Lose a pin and we'll shoot at this Italian tank. Needing a 4 up. No. And the Italians have the next one. And still 2 dice left. Cristiano will shoot from here at the A10 over there. Just fire. And that is only long range. It's a hit. And it's 3, but it's side, so makes it a 4 again. 4 against an 8, so needing a 5 for something. No, just a pin. Just a pin. And the next dice is for the Brits. And then this tank over there has to rally. No, he does not rally. He backs up a bit, and yeah, he still has enemies in front, so he's right over here with his 6 pin markers, and he's down. And then over there we have 1 Italian tank left, and he probably should do a rally. Can he make a rally? Yeah, he can. He has 3, so how many? Oh. So he remains 1 pin. So that's that. Round number 6 is done, and we have 4 points for the Axis and 5 for the Brits. Will there be a round number 7? Yes, there is a round number 7. Oh, round number 7, a last round of this game. And who gets the first dice? And the first dice goes to the Italians. Over there, the tank will shoot at the Matilda in front of him, but first he has to pass an order test. Yeah, he's fine. He has lost his pin, he only needs a 2 up. There's the hit. Needing 5 up for damage. Yep, it's a penetrating hit. What happens? He destroyed a Matilda. Boom. Oh, destroyed Matilda. Here's the British dice out for the destroyed Matilda. And the next dice goes to the Germans. Over there, the 222 moved up and he's just out of point blank to Kevin. So needing movement. It's 4 ups. 2 hits. And it's from the rear. So we have 4 against an 8. We have 1 superficial damage and 1 pin, and the superficial damage is crew stunned. So dice goes out of the bag and he gets 2 pins. And he went down. Kevin has 3 pins and it's down. And the next dice is for the Germans again. Over here, just shooting with this Panzer III against the Matilda with 1 pin marker. And we need 3 up. There's the hit. So we have 5 against 9, makes a 5 for penetrating hit. No, just a pin. But the Matilda has another pin. She's already up to 2 again. And the next dice is for the Italians. Then we will take this one and move up over there. We are over there in point blank and just needing 3 to hit. Here's the hit. And now we have 5 against 9 is a 5 to do something. No, just a pin. And the next dice would be another German. Can it be? Then Sven will move up and will shoot at one of the... Oh no, there is no need to move up. He just can fire from where he is. Needing 3 up. There is the hit. And we have 4 against 9 is a 5, so needing a 6 for penetrating hit. No, just a pin. But now the Matilda has 3 pins, which could be bad. The next dice is for the British. So Adam will shoot from his position at the Panzer III over there. 3 is a hit. No, just a pin. Next up is Dennis. Dennis also tries his luck and will shoot at the same tank. 3 up. Yes. 7. No. The next pin for the German tank. And the next British 1. We take the Matilda with 2 pins and he will fire. Yeah. He's fine, so he will shoot at this one. Needing 4 up. No. No hit. Because of the pin. Point blank. Is a 2. Pin is a 3. No, that's a hit. That is a hit. Is there some damage? No. Just a pin on the Italian tank. Next up is the Italians. So what did they have? They have Cristiano. And they have this poor guy. And he will shoot because he can't move anymore. And he will shoot at the Matilda with 3 pins over there if he passes his order test. No. He goes down. He's not happy with the situation. And they stay busy. So we have a Matilda with 3 pins, and he will open fire at the Panther 3 if he passes his order. No, he does not make it. So he backs up a bit and goes down with his pin markers. Next dice is for the Italians. So Cristiano will fire at the A10 over there. And it's just long range. It's a hit. And yeah, it's 4 against an 8, needing a 5. It's a penetrating hit. And what happens? He blows him apart. So Cristiano gets a kill count on that A10 over there, which removes a dice from the British. Yeah, and then the next dice will go to the Germans. Yeah, over there is a destroyed A10, and then yeah, this Panzer III will fire. Yeah, just a try. Maybe we can get lucky. A 6 plus 3 is a 9. He's a regular, so he's okay. And then he will shoot. We will shoot at Dennis. We will shoot at Adam. No, no hit. And the last dice is for the Brits, and it's the tank over there. And he has to pass an order for some shooting. 7. And he has 2 pin markers, so he's fine. Wrong dice. So he's fine, and then he will shoot with 1 pin marker against the 222. And he misses. So no hit there. But yeah, that's it. Oh. Yeah, that was a tank battle for North Africa. And at the end of round number 7, we have 6 points for the Axis and 5 points for the British. Yeah, I think it's okay that it is a draw. The Matildas took a lot of beating, but they could withstand it. Yeah, was a nice game. Hope you enjoyed it. I managed again. No. One of my Patreons has to bail out, but the rest is okay. So if you want to be a Patreon or not a Patreon, a platoon commander or a tank commander or stuff like that, become a Patreon. So if you want to become a Patreon, that's fine, and we appreciate that. And you can get yourself in one of these tanks and hopefully survive one of these battles, or 2 or 3. Yeah, that's all for now. The historical outcome of this battle is 30 destroyed British tanks, according to my source, and the Brits retreat, which gave the Axis forces time to repair their damaged vehicles and also repair some of the British ones as well. Yeah, thanks for watching and bye!